The Maple Hollow guest house rested quietly at the crest of the hill, its windows glowing with a soft amber light against the deepening evening. The sky overhead had settled into a velvety shade of blue, the last hints of daylight slipping away behind the distant tree-line. A gentle breeze drifted through the pines, carrying the faint scent of resin and the muted murmur of the creek winding through town. The lantern beside the front steps flickered steadily, casting a warm halo of gold across the lightly snow-dusted path. Daniel and Pip made their way up the hill, their steps slow and easy. The night held a calm that settled deep, making every breath feel softer. Daniel reached the door and eased it open with a quiet creak. Warm air spilled out to greet them, the kind of warmth that felt like it had been waiting patiently all day. It wrapped around them instantly, gentle and inviting. Pip trotted inside first, tail swaying in a slow, curious arc as he padded across the polished wooden floor. His paws made faint tapping sounds, barely noticeable beneath the soft hum of the guest house. The fireplace was already burning. A slow, steady fire crackled behind the iron grate, sending a warm orange glow across the room. Shadows drifted lazily along the walls, moving in rhythm with the shifting flames. The scent of cedar smoke lingered in the air, rich and soothing, filling the space with a deep, comforting warmth. Daniel closed the door and exhaled, letting the heat settle into his shoulders. "Perfect night for this," he murmured, voice low in the quiet room. Pip hopped onto the rug in front of the fireplace, circling once before settling into a tidy loaf. His eyes half closed as the warmth reached him, whiskers twitching in slow, contented pulses. He gave a soft huff, the one he reserved for moments of complete comfort. Daniel smiled and sank into the large armchair beside him. The cushions welcomed him, sinking gently under his weight. He stretched his legs toward the fire, feeling the warmth seep slowly into his bones. The room was quiet, but not silent. The fire popped softly now and then, sending tiny sparks upward before they faded into the chimney. The old mantel clock ticked in a slow, steady rhythm. Outside, the wind brushed lightly against the windows, a soft whisper that blended perfectly with the warmth inside. Daniel reached down and scratched behind Pip's ear. Pip leaned into the touch, eyes closing fully, his purr rumbling low and steady, a gentle vibration that mingled with the crackle of the fire. "Long day," Daniel said quietly. "But this makes up for it." Pip stretched out one paw, kneading the edge of the rug before settling again. His tail curled around his body, the tip flicking once before going still. Daniel stood and walked to the small kitchenette. The wooden floor creaked softly beneath his steps. He filled a kettle, set it on the stove, and waited as it warmed. The gentle hum of heating water added another layer of quiet sound, soft, steady, soothing. While he waited, Daniel glanced around the guest house. The wooden beams overhead glowed warmly in the firelight. A few framed photographs hung on the walls, old images of Maple Hollow in winters long past, the creek frozen solid, the bakery blanketed in snow, the town square lit by lanterns during a festival from years ago. The pictures felt like memories the building itself carried. Pip shifted slightly, stretching his back legs before settling again. His ears twitched at the faint whistle of the kettle. Daniel poured himself a steaming cup of chamomile tea. The scent rose gently, floral, warm, calming. He carried the cup back to the armchair and set it on the small table before sinking once more into the cushions. The guest house felt like a cocoon, soft lamplight, warm air, the gentle glow of the fire. Everything outside faded into a distant hush. The world beyond the windows seemed far away, softened by the night. Pip rolled slightly onto his side, exposing his belly to the fire's warmth. His paws curled loosely, his breathing settling into a slow, rhythmic pattern. Daniel chuckled softly. "You've got the right idea." The flames settled lower, burning in a slow, steady rhythm. The room grew dimmer, softer, calmer. Shadows drifted lazily along the walls, moving in gentle patterns that matched the quiet pulse of the fire. Daniel took a slow sip of tea, letting the warmth spread through him. His eyes grew heavy, the soft glow of the room pulling him toward rest. He leaned back, feeling the cushions cradle him. Outside, the wind quieted. The trees stood still. The night deepened around the guest house, wrapping it in peaceful stillness. Pip's breathing was steady now, soft and even. His tail